The story of Lagos is often told through trade, colonial encounters, and modern expansion. But long before the noise of the city, before the bridges and highways, there was a people, and there was a spirit that still walks the land. This is the story of the Elegba Ejiwa festival, the oldest and most sacred indigenous festival of Lagos. Unlike many other festivals celebrated across the city today, which trace their origins to different parts of Yoruba land, Elegba Ejiwa is not borrowed. It is born here, rooted in the soil, carried by the people, guarded by tradition. This festival is held in memory of the legendary Olufin Atekoye, the founding father of Lagos, whose legacy continues to shape the identity of the land and its original owners, the Idajo chiefs. For the Idajo, Elegba Ejiwa is not just a celebration. It is history, it is spirituality, it is identity. And like many forces in Yoruba cosmology, the Elegba Ejiwa deity exists in duality, both male and female, balance and power, creation and protection. The male manifestation is known as Oda, a mysterious and powerful presence, said to reveal itself in the form of a fully grown crocodile. Oda resides with the Olodo of Odo and is celebrated separately during the Agba festival, reinforcing the deep connection between kingship, land, and spirituality. The influence of this festival is so profound that it has shaped the very map of Lagos. Take Ojulegba, one of the busiest transport hubs in the city today. Its name originates from Oju Bo Elegba, meaning the shrine at the entrance of Elegba. This came to be when the people of Ido were displaced due to the construction of the railway terminus and resettled in Surulere. At the entrance of their new settlement stood the shrine of Elegba, a spiritual marker of identity and continuity. Over time, Oju Bo Elegba became Ojulegba. Another place, Ojoda, tells a similar story. Its name comes from Oju Oda, meaning the route of Oda. According to oral tradition, during sacred rites, the Oda deity moved along a specific path. A path so revered that a shrine was erected in its honor. That path became a place, and that place became Ojoda. This is how deeply tradition lives within the land. The Elegba Ejiwa festival itself is not confined to one location. It is a moving spiritual journey. It begins in Alagbo, regarded as the ancestral home of the Idajo people, where descendants of the original settlers gathered after the passing of Olufin Atekoye. From there, the festival travels across ancient communities. Aru, Kate, Alace, Imor, Alabaran, Alado. Each stop is not just a location, but a reaffirmation of history and belonging. And finally, the journey reaches Ijora, where the grand finale unfolds in full spiritual and cultural intensity. Yet, no matter where the festival is held, one thing remains constant: the structure of the conclave. Entering the Elegba Ejiwa conclave is not a casual act. It is a passage. The first point of contact is the House of Ijur, the gatekeeper of the sacred space. Here, all who enter must do so with humility, bare-chested, stripped of status and ego, except for obis and chiefs. At this threshold, prayers are offered, sacrifices are made, and spiritual cleansing takes place. It is believed that Ijur stands as a guardian, preventing evil from crossing into the sacred. Beyond this lies the seat of the Erelu and Omo Oba, the royal women of the conclave. They are the voice of honor and reverence. Through songs and chants, they celebrate the deity, the kings, and the lineage of the land. The Omo Oba, in particular, must be of true royal blood, a living link to the past. Next is the section reserved for obis, chiefs, and dignitaries, custodians of authority and tradition. But at the very heart of the conclave lies the Owonla, the great seat of power. This is where elders gather, where decisions are made, where the wisdom of generations guides the present. It is led by the revered Egushi Hele, a figure of immense authority within the conclave. Then comes the House of Honorowo, vibrant, energetic, and filled with youth. This is where the next generation learns, observes, and participates. It is also from this house that the most anticipated moment begins, the arrival of the Elegba Ejiwa deity. The atmosphere shifts. Silence, anticipation, reverence. And then it appears. The deity, in the form of a raffia masquerade, emerges into the arena, not as entertainment, but as a living spiritual force. Strict laws govern this moment. No outsiders are allowed into the arena. No cameras, no phones, no recordings. The sacred must remain sacred. The masquerade itself is powerful and untouchable. Its raffia must never come into contact with a woman, a rule observed with utmost seriousness. And so, women keep their distance, respecting the boundaries of tradition. There are 4 distinct forms of the masquerade, each marked by its unique headpiece: the twin shroud, the lady-faced shroud, the white cap, and finally the crocodile shroud, the most revered, appearing last. Its presence commands awe. This performance is not just movement, it is communication between worlds. Even the children are part of this sacred rhythm. With songs and chants, they call out to the masquerades, encouraging them, celebrating them, becoming part of the living tradition. But beyond the spectacle lies the true essence of Elegba Ejiwa. It is believed that through this festival, the barren receive the blessing of children, the sick find healing, the land receives prosperity, peace returns, harmony is restored. The festival is not just observed, it transforms. It renews the spiritual energy of the community. It reconnects the people to their roots. It reminds them of who they are. In a city that never stops moving, Elegba Ejiwa stands as a moment of return, a return to origin, a return to identity, a return to the legacy of Olafin Atekoye. Today, the responsibility of preserving this sacred tradition rests in the hands of its custodians, led by the Theopeliwa of Lagos. Through them, the festival continues, unbroken, unchanged, undiminished, because as long as Elegba Ejiwa lives, the true spirit of Lagos L. For more stories on the rich history and culture of Lagos, like, share, and subscribe.